Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. So we're going to be taking a look at the halving chart, Bitcoin halving, and I'm going to show you that the next bull run is actually much closer than any of us really realize. And I know you guys are about to correct me and say, Brian, the next bull run, we don't really know when it's going to be because of institutions and regulations. That is all true. But the thing is that when the halvening, or the halving as we call it, gets closer, there's going to be a lot of hype and anticipation, and it's going to be sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now let's get oriented here. The last halving was on May 11th, 2020. That was about 6 months before this last bull run started. We'll look at that on the chart in just a second. The next halving is going to be approximately the same time of year in the spring 2024. So get oriented where we are right now. We're spring 2022. So that means the next halving is just about 2 years away. And even though that might seem like kind of a long time, it's really a perfect time to sort of buckle in and start doing your research and preparing, because many of us last time were not prepared here in 2020 when the halving happened. We wish we would have been paying attention in late 2020, early 2021 when the bull run was going on. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the last halving cycle here that hopefully you can see. I'm circling it with my arrow. And you can see that on this chart, the last two cycles going all the way back to 2012 to 2016 and then 2016 to 2020 kind of followed the same basic pattern. You can see they've put a green box, a red box, and sort of like a yellow beige box. And you'll see in the green box, there was this parabolic move. Then there was sort of a downtrend or a bear market. And then there was this sort of sideways accumulation. Guys, we are almost done with this red zone. If you do the math, that's about 2.5 years from the halving. And we are currently 2 years from the last halving. The last halving, I don't know if you can see it, my camera might be blocking it, but if you were to look straight down here, it is May of 2020. So we are 2 years. So if we were to extrapolate that back to the last bull run cycle, we would be right about here. So we're basically almost done with the pain. We are basically about to reach this spot, or this spot, if you will. And if you guys notice that when we reach that, we don't have to wait all the way till the next halving, or here all the way. We start to get a little bit of upward momentum. And you can see here on the panorama, that's what I call it because I'll get banned if I use the right word, but that big horrible sickness that affected all of us, there was that unusual drop there that happened, that sort of black swan event. But if you look at this, guys, we are just about done with this red downtrend here. Now, some of you guys might think, yeah, Brian, but we're already back in a bull run. I mean, Bitcoin was just in the 30s and now we're back in the 40s. I don't think so. See, if you look at the monthly chart of Bitcoin, which I have pulled up here, this is the beginning of the bull run, you'll see that in late 2020 and early 2021, and I've already said this, I sound like a broken record, but you guys should really understand this. We had these massive green volume bars on those months that spiked us into this bull run. And a lot of people, I've been saying this for months, but a lot of people are now agreeing with me that this was sort of the top of the bull run, and we've kind of been bearish. Now, don't even get me started with that, because if that's true, then we're even closer to the next halving than what I've been saying. But let's just assume that it's standard timing. The last two green bars that we've had here, February and March 2022, which is right now, have still been relatively low volume. So I am not convinced we are back in a bull market now. I think we are still waiting. I think that things are going to play out roughly the same as they have in the past. So guys, what I am telling you is that if we are right about here, and again, like I said, May of 2020 was the halving, so let's go 2 years out. That's where we are right now. So if we go to July of 2016, 2 years out would be right about here on this cycle. We're just hitting the end. So if you guys can buckle in and wait just a couple more months, and I know all of your friends and your family in the news, and everybody's like, we hate crypto, we lost money in crypto, crypto's like, can you guys even believe right now that Bitcoin is at a beautifully high level, like in the 40,000s. Like just a short couple of years ago, that would have been like dreamy and like la la land, like planning tropical vacations, right? And now it's like depression. So we're in this bear market sentiment right now. If you guys can just hang on a little bit longer, we are about to enter this sideways accumulation range, which kind of makes sense, right? Because I mean, that's what we all see coming over the next year, is this sort of sideways bouncing around. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to stay in the 40s. It might go to 60. It might go to 30. It might go to 20. It might go to 70. But it's going to probably be bouncing around. I'm telling you right now that my prediction is that when we get closer to this 2024 halving, which would be March 2024. So think about that. Get this to your brain. March 2024 is just 2 years away. That's really not that long. And when we even get within 6 months or 8 months of that date, people are going to start talking about it. They're going to say, there's going to be news articles on CNBC that say, Bitcoin halving is 6 months away. Do we think there's going to be another parabolic run? And if people are going to start FOMOing and panicking, and then it's going to be a vicious cycle, and then Bitcoin will go to 100K, 200K, whatever, right? Like the halving is a big deal. It's when the miners' rewards get chopped in half, so Bitcoin's supply gets more constrained. So what I'm telling you now is if you can strap in for just a little while longer, you have made, if you're even watching this video, which I wasn't watching this video at this point in the last cycle, then you're like the elite few who are ready for this and who realize that 2 years is a very short amount of time. Because remember, it's not just going to be like 2 years the switch gets flipped. It's going to be like there's going to be anticipation and FOMO, and altcoins are going to be running leading up to that. So there's going to be this huge lead up. It's going to be awesome. And things may happen even before that, but I wanted to point this out to you guys. We are not that far away from the next bull run. 2 years from the next halving. We're already halfway there. And the worst of it is probably already over. And the glimmers of hope are going to be starting to show up. You need to be on Twitter. You need to be on Twitter following me and following all of your favorite projects so that you see those glimmers of hope before anyone else. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and share. If you guys haven't done your crypto taxes yet, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for the crypto tax software that I really like. And if you haven't checked out my new project, which will help us trade this sideways range, it's a Bitcoin signals project. I'll drop a link below to that too. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching.